What's up guys, Onmaths here, and today we're looking at expanding factorising, but we're looking at linear, not quadratic, so the basics. So the first question here from AQA asks us to factorise 9y cubed minus 6y. So to factorise, this word here, bob bob bob, means to put it into brackets, and because it's linear, it's only going to be one bracket. Okay, we need to look at what we can divide 9y cubed and minus 6y by. So let's have a look at the numbers first. So we've got a 9 there and a 6 there. So we think to ourselves, what can I divide 9 and 6 by? Well, they're both in the 3 times table, so I can divide them both by 3. Always try and make sure that you pick the biggest number you can divide them both by. So if it was, I don't know, 12 and 20, then 2 would work, but there is a bigger one, obviously 4 would be the biggest between 12 and 20. So try always pick the biggest one that you can divide both of them by. Okay, next one is we've got a y cubed and a y. Okay, so what can I divide both y cubed and y by? Well, y I can only divide by itself. I can only divide it by y. So y is the biggest letter that we can divide them both by. Okay, so what's left over? So 9y cubed divided by 3 would be 3. And then y cubed divided by y would be y squared. Minus 6y divided by 3 would be minus 2. And y divided by y is just 1. So minus 2 times 1, which is just minus 2. We can check this, and I would always recommend you check it. We can times these together and times these together. I'm going to use the smile rainbows for now. I'm going to use a different method later on when we do expanding. Show it to be much better. But anyway, 3 times 3, which is 9. Y times y squared, which is y cubed. 3 times minus 2, which is minus 6. And then y times that. And that gives us the same thing as in the question. So we know that's the right answer. So let's write that in. So it's 3y brackets 3y squared minus 2. OCR's question next, and we've given a situation here where Tenzin has tried to factorise but has got the wrong answer because it says explain why it's not correct. And it kind of looks almost correct. So we've got the 2x squared plus 6x. So he's divided everything by x, which works because they both have an x in. But what he hasn't done is divided them both by 2. So 2 and 6 are both in the 2 times table. So it should look like this. So it says explain why Tenzin's answer is not correct. So he should have factorized the 2 as well. Now normally with these questions, if you just show what he should have got, you'll get the marks. Finally, we have the Edexcel question, and this one I want to spend a little bit more time on because we haven't really touched on expanding. Last time I did expanding, I did it using smiles and rainbows, but with this one I'm going to show you a different method, and you might be familiar with this. With this method, what you do is you just draw a grid, hence it being called the grid method. And I'm going to start off with doing just the first one here. Okay, so I'm going to expand that one. So we've got 5 times, and we've got p plus 3. And so what you do with this method is you just times the things in the boxes. So 5 times p, which is 5p, 5 times 3, which is 15. So put the terms together, we've got 5p plus 15. Because 15 is positive, it's going to be a plus. How easy is that? Right, now we've got to be careful with this next term because it doesn't say, it's not 2 brackets 1 minus 2p. It's minus 2 brackets 1 minus 2p. And so it's really important that we get that right, otherwise we won't get the right answer. So let's do our grid for this. Okay, so we've got minus 2 times 1 minus 2p. Okay, so minus 2 times 1 is minus 2, and we're timesing here. Now here, minus 2 times minus 2p. Two minuses make a positive. 2 times 2 is 4, and then we've got that p. So this becomes minus 2 plus 4p. Okay, it does ask us to simplify, so we now need to simplify. So 5p plus 9p, sorry, 5p plus 4p is 9p, and 15 take away 2 is 13. So the answer would be 9p plus 13. Now the benefits of doing the grid method is when we move on to expanding quadratics or any polynomial, any like cube ones, the grid method just keeps it so much more organized. And I know that you might, for quadratics, you might use FOIL and all these other things. The grid method not only works with numbers, so you can do 23 times 42 with the grid method, it works with all of algebra as well. And it's really good for understanding how to work out areas and things like that. I'm really like the grid method. And they've stopped teaching grid method, or they've stopped assessing it at primary school, so some of you might not be familiar with the grid method, but my strong advice to you is to learn it, because I think it really gives you significant help in making sure that you get the right answer. When I'm looking back at my working out, I can easily check my working out and check if I've made a mistake using the grid method. The other ones are less easy to see what you were doing, both for you and the examiner. So I'm a massive proponent of the grid method. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, please click like. If you want to see more from us, we release videos every single weekday, Monday to Friday. Just click subscribe and the bell icon, and you'll be up to date, and make sure you get all the latest videos when we release them. If you want to see more from us, go to onmaths.com, where we've got loads of free resources. You can even sign up for free, and everything is free. And there's a card that magically appears above me now that will take you straight to onmaths.com, and you can check it out. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.